Okay. So during the course of this 1 hour, 30 minutes or 2 hours that we're going to be here, I'm going to be looking at these following topics. We shall be looking at, firstly, I'm going to introduce myself, my freelance background, what makes me think and I'm an authority to speak or teach what I want to teach. Then the purpose of this session, and also we shall be looking at what is freelancing. Then we'll be looking at the basic qualities of a freelancer. Then why should you consider freelancing? And we're also going to be looking at some self-assessments, uh, basic skills and development, also um, some basic opportunities in freelancing. Then we shall also be looking at creating a standard portfolio and profile overview. Then we shall be looking at some freelance platforms. Okay. So now, many of us already now. Okay, yeah, many of us already know that I'm Paul. But for emphasis sake, um, my name is Paul. For those of us that actually saw this through a friend's platform, my name is Paul. Um, I'm a freelancer. I formerly work with Intel Communications, and currently I'm a full-time freelancer. Okay, I I actually, just like many of us, are going to be starting delving into freelancing as a part-time stuff, as a side hustle. But I will tell you, if you take this serious, freelancing can replace um, your main hustle. Okay, just like it took over my main hustle. I actually started this. I came in contact with freelancing in the year 2022. Okay, but because I was still having something that I'm doing, I wasn't that serious about it until probably last year when I started seeing the results, and I did a calculation and I felt, okay, if I double my effort, it's way better. You know, Today as I speak to you, I've made over $30,000 on Upwork alone. I've worked for different platforms uh, like LinkedIn. You know, those calculations are not being recorded on Upwork, but for on Upwork alone, I've made over $30,000. In the last 1 year, I've made over $20,000. The reason I'm sharing all of this, it's not to brag, but it's an encouragement that this is real. You understand? So you don't think what these guys are saying, or a way to encourage you. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing, and I want to quickly share something else. I want to share my profile account, because we have different types of trainers. We have people that want to train to impact. There are people that want to train to make money. There are people that want to train um, to impact and make money. Yes, definitely, you can't throw away the money making aspect of it. But there are people that lie just to just to um, just to what's it called, attract or get people to come to their platform. Okay, so I am going to be real. I'm going to be sharing my screen like I started by saying. Um, evidence is very key. You know, nobody, you can't give someone what you don't know, what you don't have. So I want to just share my screen to show you what I've earned in the last 1 year, and also what I've earned. In fact, the last couple of weeks, most of us are going to be needing a calculator to do that conversion because it's real. And the reason I'm doing this freelance training is because the jobs I'm having currently are overwhelming, that I need I need people to refer. I need to be passing jobs out, but I do not have the community of people that I can refer. That is the reason I am doing this training. As you can see, if you can see my screen, this is Paul. This is the person talking to you. I'm currently a top rated on Upwork. My job success is 90% job success. And you can see my earning. I've earned $30,000 plus. I've done 42 jobs. I've spent 3,041 hours. So for emphasis sake, 30,000 might sound small. There are times where this money was, the conversion rate was 1,600. There were times it was 1,700. Currently, it is 1,500. In Nigerian economy, if someone has 45, if someone has made 45 million, is an authority in that field. Okay, so this is the reason why I felt I should share this. And another reason I'm sharing this is, if you can still see my screen, I don't know if this part that I just popped up now is showing. You know, these are the number of jobs as at this week that I am working on. Sorry, let me quickly admit these people. This week alone, I've worked, if you can calculate with me, this is 20 hours job, this is 20 hours job, this is 40 hours job, this is 7 hours job. I did 11 hours over 40 here. I couldn't complete it. There is another 35 hours job here that I didn't touch at all. Then there is this 20 over 20 hours, 20 over 20 hours. So I worked 47 hours plus 11, 58. I worked 60 hours. Okay, and this can actually be you. This can actually be you. That is the reason after this section, many of us are going to be making the decision to become a freelancer after this section, based on what they are seeing, based on because it's real. Because many people still think this freelancing thing is not real. I'm also going to share. I want to also share my earnings. Unfortunately, I don't know if this will work. Okay. Up, 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 up. Okay. That'll be brief about myself. Okay. Let's just go straight to the point of the day. Um, what is freelancing? Many of us already have been into the work. Many of us have already been into freelancing. When I mean we're already into freelancing, in the sense that there are lots of us here. What we do, by nature of what we do, by nature of what we are into, we are freelancers. But are we making the actual amount of money that we desire? That we desire? Are we making the? Are we freelancing in the right area? I give you a typical example. You know, if someone there are lots of us here now. Okay, someone needs a car, they call you. You don't have a car, you do not manufacture a car, you don't sell a car, but you have contacts of people that sell a car. You bring a buyer, you bring a seller, and you contact the buyer. You collect your 5% or 10% from this area. You collect your percentage from this area, or in fact, you can even add money. Many of us call that freelancing. That is side hustle. Freelancing in this context, as a remote worker in its international standard, is a type of self-employed employment where individuals offer services to clients on a project or contract basis rather than permanently being employed by one company. You know, you have the opportunity to work for different companies remotely from the comfort of your house, wherever you are. If you're traveling, you know, depends on the nature of the job. There are jobs at times that I do that I can even do it inside the middle of the market, you know, but there are jobs that require a very quiet place, you know. And as a freelancer, you have the flexibility to specialize in a specific skill or industry, such as writing, it could be graphic design, it could be programming, it could be marketing, sales, consulting, and many others. But you can work for multiple clients simultaneously. Like I just shared with you, the number of jobs that I did that I did this week. A couple of them. One is for healthcare in the US. Another one is for another one is for a bookkeeping and accounting company. Just then another one is for a digital marketing agency. But all my role there has to do with sales. Okay. Then we're going to be looking at the next is qualities of a freelancer. I'm going to rush it. I'm going to try and be fast so that we can take questions because some of these things are some things that we already know, but for emphasis sake, I'm just hitting them, So qualities of a freelancer, you have to have excellent communication. You need to be very, 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 for most of us that have actually written IELTS, you understand that our level of communication here in Nigeria is very poor. Someone asks a question, you say yes, no. That's not a way to communicate. Actually, communication is you dive a little further. What's your name? Do you do? My name is Paul. I'm a sales and business development manager. I've been doing it for quite some time. Blah 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 blah. Just make sure the lines go further. Because it's a one-time opportunity that you need to sell yourself. So for you to become a freelancer, you need to have excellent communication skills such that you'll be able to communicate, you'll be able to talk, you'll be able to tell, you're able to build rapport, you understand? Then another area, quality of a freelancer, you need to be, you need to have analytical skills, you be able to think outside of the box, always go above and beyond to be able to handle situations that come your way because majority of the reasons why clients contact you is because they are very busy. Lots of these people that are going to be engaging or employing you, they have no idea. They have the money. They are looking for business to establish. So if you're not very analytical in you do not have the skills of analyzing things, there is no need hiring you. There are cases, in fact, when I started, there was a job I did. It has nothing to do with the skills anyway, but it's as a result of, it has because I kept coming back to ask the clients, what do you, should I do it this way? Should I not do it this way? You have to be able to analyze. That's the reason why you're hired. So you must develop on that. Then you should be able to manage time. Very, very key for as a freelancer. You have the skills of time management, then problem solving. This also goes with analytical skills. You need to be able to be the problem solver. The reason they are going to be hiring is because they need you to solve the situation, the problem that they are struggling for. For instance, for sales area, for like my field as a salesperson, if someone is hiring you, it's because his business is suffering lack of sales. So you should be able to provide this solution. You should be able to come up with ideas. If someone asks you to go sell and you're not selling, you don't come back and start telling them the problem is people are not answering. No, the reason they hire you is because people are not answering. Look for a way for people to be able to answer. You understand? So you must have the problem solving skills. You must be a critical thinker. Then you also have to be an active listener. Then you have to be goal driven. Then you also need to have your deepest why. You don't just wake up one morning and want to become a freelancer. You should have your why something should drive you. I mentioned it somewhere some time ago while I was still doing this introduction to freelancing. In my place of work where I used to work, there was this promotion, and I wasn't given the opportunity to be promoted. And that was the period I jumped into this freelancing. So I told myself, okay, if they promoted my guys, they are going to be adding the minimum of XYZ amount to their salary. And I told myself, okay, if I go into freelancing, if I'm able to get a job and I'm doing XYZ kind of job and they're paying me ABC, if I add that ABC to whatever that I'm earning, my salary will be, So you must be hungry for success. If I need to help you spell out your why, you must be hungry for success. So just have a why. Do not just say, okay, I'm not that busy. You have to have a very strong reason. Then you must strive for growth and excellence for you to succeed, or as a freelancer, you must strive for growth and excellence. Okay. Who is freelancing for? This is a very critical part. because as we are right now, we are over 30 on this platform. Freelancing is not going to be for everybody. Let me not lie to you, because it's not for you. So who is freelancing for? Now, as I'm speaking, you should now be checking yourself if it's for you. It's for self-motivated people, people that don't wait to be pushed. They take initiative and they are driven to learn, improve, and take action without being supervised. That's one thing about freelancing. Many of us, we do our regular 9 to 5, we go out every day. We have people monitoring or supervising us without being pushed, without being supervised. Many of us cannot deliver. But for freelancing, the clients you're working for, they are not in the same location with you. They are not, nobody is looking at you directly. You think it's going to be, for you to succeed, you should be able to deliver without being supervised, because for you to be able to squeeze out a dime from a white man or anybody paying you in dollars, hard currency, and they're not seeing you. Many people think freelancing is an opportunity to hide behind their laptop. You're in the comfort of your home. You're just jollofing. You don't go out. No, it's not. It goes beyond that. So you must be self-motivated. You must take initiative. You know, must be driven to learn, improve on whatever you're doing. And one of the key things, I'm going to be diversifying. One of the key ways to actually learn or improve, is making research a lot. And one of the key ways to research, for those of us that have not had, that are not yet using it, you need to make Chat GPT your friend. For few of my friends or people that are actually, we are doing this freelancing together, they know what I call Chat GPT my senior brother. Because you might encounter things, and before now I used to use Google, but many of us are the one that uploaded the things. Authorities are uploading things in Google, so Google might not give you the right answer. But you see, with Chat GPT, for you to actually succeed as a freelancer, you must learn how to use AI, and Chat GPT is one of them. Where you always jump onto when there are questions, when you encounter anything. In fact, as I'm on the go right now, there are things that I want to do. The only thing I don't ask ChatGPT is, what do I eat? But anything that comes my way, in fact, if I want to craft, if there's a message I need to craft, professional message, after crafting it, I put it to ChatGPT and I tell ChatGPT, please refine this speech, make it very more professional. That's the extent I've gone to start using ChatGPT. Not that ChatGPT give me everything that I write up, but at least you initiate some of these things by yourself and you push it onto ChatGPT to refine it for you. Okay. Then you must be curious and willing to learn. And the willingness to learn, the willingness to learn start by when you enjoy discovering new tools, platform, and skills, and understand that learning never stops in freelancing. Yeah. Learning never stops in freelancing. For you to take this process very serious, you must have to do away with your two, must do away with your 2 or 3 hours on social media. People spend lots of time on social media. People waste their time on their money, their hard-earned money, data, reels everywhere, different reels, short videos that very entertaining. Yes. Your data are go your data, you're losing your data, money is not being added to you. So you need to be very curious, willing to learn. The minute that period you're playing around with your phone, it's good, but research things that will improve yourself. You must think on the paper for you to be able to succeed. So then another who is freelancing for is for someone that is resilient and adaptable. People that bounce back from rejection, adjust quickly to new trends or clients' needs, and don't give up easily. So this is not like an easy thing to achieve. Yes, I must say this, but for you to succeed as a freelancer, because the early days, there are competitions, there are people there before you, there are people, it's a very big market. It's a very big market. So you don't expect when you apply for a job, you just easily get it. But the good news is the reason whatever I'm doing right now is what I hope to replicate to you guys. I don't apply for a job actually. My profile is a very, very bogus and loud profile. I would drop my profile link on the WhatsApp platform so you can go deep into it. You know, what I do, what I get on a daily basis. Another thing too, it's grace. It's not because I'm good at it. It's grace that found me. So another thing um, that you should also know is even at that beautiful profile, well crafted, you'll be ready to accept rejections. There are people that will just look at you and they say, "Oh, sorry." In fact, on LinkedIn, you're going to be having 1,001 rejections. Sorry, whether it's AI or automated reply, I don't know. They'll tell you, "Sorry, we've decided to move on with another candidate. Sorry, we've decided to move on with another candidate. Sorry, we've decided to move on with another candidate." But the good news is, let every rejection push you to your next level. You are getting closer to where you're going to. So do not see rejection like it is not for me. If you see it like it's not for you, then freelancing is not for you. So freelancing is for someone that is resilient, adaptable, people that bounce back despite rejection. Then you must be resourceful. You know how to find answers. Like I mentioned in the facts earlier on, you need to know how to find answers. You know how to use free tools, figure out things, even when they don't have anything laid out for them, you understand? Like, you mustn't be doing what you are doing because they want to pay you. It's for you're building for the future. Then another area is you must be open to feedback. You know, take criticism as a way to build yourself. You understand? So don't see negative feedback as do not allow negative feedback discourage you. You understand? So if you allow negative feedback to discourage you, then freelancing is not for you. So now, who is freelancing not for? Good. There are people here, as I'm saying, $30,000, $30K, and all of that. This not money. Yeah, we have people in diaspora. We have people from the UK on this platform. Yeah, but this is the Nigerian context, and what I was earning like last year is not the same thing that what I'm earning currently. Currently, by God's grace, if I like last week, my earnings was $960, and that puts converted is over 1.3 million for 1 week. And this week that just closed, I closed with $750. Yes, somebody is still saying that is too small for me. Yes, but that versus Nigerian economy, it's not small. But also, it's because I'm in Nigeria. My rate is Nigeria rate. I do not try to push too high, because the reason they're coming for me, it's because in the international market, like for US client to come and hire me for whatever it's paying me $15 or $20 for per hour, in his location, he's going to be paying over $50 or $45 per hour, or most cases $60. So the reason he's coming for me is I'm going to be doing the same thing that they're doing for him there. So why go for those people? You understand? So for our people in the diaspora in the UK, don't worry, your profile, you can build your profile to your country, to your based on your economy. You understand? I have a friend in the UK, my Nigeria friend. His current hourly pay is higher than me, that is his coach. You understand? So it is doable. So do not see 30,000 as a small money, because yours it can be it can be tripled in your location. Because if I'm taking $10, you can take $30. So if I've made 30, you should be able to have made over 90,000, and that is a good money. And don't forget, this can be a side hustle for you in case you're a student. So who is freelancing not for? Freelancing is not for. Okay, yeah, we're still talking of who freelancing for. Goal oriented people, people that hunger for success, people that set income or career goals, people they set income and career goals and take consistent steps to reach them through freelancing. I made like 12,500 in by the end of last year, and this year I told myself, realistic goals. Most of us, we want to make what we just quote. It's good to have big faith. I told myself, okay, if I made 12,500 last year, I want to make double of it this year. I want to make $25,000. But in my last 12 months, I've already made 20,000, which is I am far shooting my target, you know. But what am I saying? You must be goal oriented. You must be hunger for success. You understand? Then also you need to be patient and consistent. You need to understand that freelancing is not a quick fix. You know, people that are willing to build gradually and consistently over time. I told you my freelancing journey started in 2022. It just mustn't doesn't have to take this long. I wasn't serious until 2024, you know, where I when I discovered that yes, this government, they are not smiling. There is no job. There are, if you have someone that wants to pay, if in fact if you have a job that's paying you 500K, they will drain your blood for you to be able to have that 500K. And what is 500K a month? 30 days. I bet you'll be borrowing, you will still be borrowing money. So I decided, where can I get this money that I'm actually looking for? That was when I decided to take my freelancing serious. So you too can take yours serious. And I assure you, in 3 months, you should be able to start earning huge amounts of money. I'm not going to tell you 1 month. I have to be realistic for those that are going to be starting from the scratch, because you need to learn the process. You need to start small. You understand? So, but you have to be hunger for. You have to have this hunger for success to be able to succeed as a freelancer. Then, patient and consistent. You need to understand that freelancing is not a, okay. I've said that quick fix. Then you have to be tech savvy, or willing to learn. So I just mentioned two things. Don't be scared. But I'm not tech savvy now. I don't even understand. I don't know how to use Excel. I don't know how to use Google Sheet. I don't know how to use computer. Let me tell you, you can be learning this training and also be having a computer training by the side. That you have a computer, you're going to the computer school, like you're learning the basic of computer. See, let me tell you, the only thing that you cannot be shameful for is something that is gainful, according to my papa. So you have to put yourself to the place of learning. So who's freelancing for tech savvy people, or someone that is willing to learn? So as long as you're willing to learn, freelancing is for you. So I don't have any basic skills. You have to pick one. And during the course of this class, I'm still going to be showing you how to do that assessment for you, because you do not have a basic skill. Okay. Then also, what's freelancing for? It's for people that have integrity and professional, people that care about delivering quality work, meeting deadlines, building a good reputation. You understand? And in the freelance world, I had my birthday day before yesterday. The old me, and that's why those in diaspora, they are quite different from us. You hear things like people abroad, they don't see each other. They are very, very conscious of everyone. Nigerians here, we celebrate holidays like something else, you know. But because I earn per hour, I don't play with my time. I'm fixing this training on a Sunday because this is the only time I can give to you people. I cannot give you this time Monday to Friday, because for this time that we're spending, I should have made, for the 2 hours that we're going to be talking, I should have made $30 or $40, the case may be, converted to Nigeria. That's over 50,000 naira. I do not have that luxury to spare. That's why I didn't organize this section during the week, you know. So, but what I do, but like I said, I deliver. I was conscious of, because I need to deliver my job, the expectations. I need to meet deadlines. I did not. Someone will say, but it's your birthday now, just one day. But because I need to meet deadlines, I can do that birthday. I can celebrate it. In fact, in my house, every day is birthday. So you understand. So you must, if you are not ready to meet deadlines, then know that freelancing is not for you. Then who is freelancing not for? This is the very biggest part. People looking for quick money. Freelancing is not a get rich quick scheme. It takes effort and time, consistency to build. So if, like I said, many coaches, I started by saying something in the beginning of this training that we have trainers that want to make money. There are trainers that want to impact. There are trainers that want to impact and make money. Yes, that's what I am. I want to impact and make money because time is of essence. And some people don't care. Some people don't care if they are making if you are even understanding what they are doing, what you're doing. But that's why I'm very honest to you. I'm not telling you under 1 week, if you follow what I'm going to teach you, the next week you should start earning. That's a big lie. If the university that you went for 4 years cannot give you a job after solid 4 years, why should something in 1 week be able to deliver you a job? And we're not even assuring or promising. It is your determination and the God factor. So if you're joining this, if you want to pursue freelancing, it is not a get rich quick scheme. Okay. Then also, those willing to learn and adapt, freelancing world changes often. So you must be able to learn and adapt. You must be ready to change when there are new tools, when there are new skills. You need to be able to fit in. Okay. Then anyone who hates marketing themselves, freelancing is not for them. I was talking to someone recently and I told the person, people say, I cannot sell you. Let me tell you, the minute someone says, what is your name? And you are being careful to say, my name is Paul and blah, 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 you're already selling because you should have just said, my name is Paul now. You understand? But for the fact that you take your time you want to impress, that is selling. Okay. So you need to learn how to present your value, send proposal, talk to clients. If you are completely against this, freelancing may be tough. So anyone that hates marketing themselves, but don't worry, we're going to be showing you, we're going to be teaching you how to be able to do this, presenting your value, sending proposal, and talk to clients. Then who is freelancing not for? For those who expect a traditional job structure. Freelancing manages their own schedules, taxes and clients. It is not structured, it's not a structured employment system, your regular 9 to 5, So it's not your regular 9 to 5. Things changes, like a client might tell me the other day now that, okay, I shouldn't log in my 1 hour straight. I should spend 15 minutes or 30 minutes each hour. Like if I spend 30 minutes in between 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock, I should spend another 30 minutes between 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock instead of spending direct straight 1 hour. So it is not it's not the regular traditional job structure. You must be ready to adapt to some of these instructions, for you to succeed as a freelancer. Then people are uncomfortable with rejection or uncertainty. Freelancing is not for them because yes, there are ghost clients in freelance world. For those of us that have already started, in fact, these are some of the reasons many people have backed out. What I'm saying, many of us here, this is not new to them. But the reason they pull out is, man, I'm tired of the rejections. Let me tell you, if you're tired of rejections, freelancing is not for you. Okay. You must be ready to accept rejections, improve on, like I always advise, look at whatever you are rejected for. You must see the error. But the good news is we're going to be building a community where we're going to be showing you the step-by-step approach. When you're rejected, we're still going to be showing, we should be able to know why we're rejected. You understand? So, but be ready for rejections if you must succeed as a freelancer. Now, why choose freelancing? Financial freedom. We all agree that Nigeria economy is very tough right now. And I give you an instance. If the poorest of job you can do in freelancing, let's say it's $5 per hour, and you're working just 20 hours, you're going to be making $100 a week, $100. Let's say it's a week. $100 is over 150,000 naira. If you work it for 4 weeks, it's going to be 600,000 naira. In the Nigerian context today, that is the salary of a manager. I resigned, or rather, they dropped us. My company folded, and I started that work in 2018. My salary has been 285,000. I dressed corporate, stashed my clothes, big boy, but 280,000, my friend. If you have a car, you should be spending nothing less than 30,000 naira fueling your car on a weekly basis, 120,000 naira for a month, then feeding your family, if you are even single. You understand? So what am I saying? The only way you can get the financial freedom, I was talking to someone recently. I said, the money has shifted grounds. We have three sets of legal, legit money in the Nigerian economy right now, and one of them is still not legal, kind of, which is the politics, the oil boys, and the tech world. The tech world is the freelance world. You understand? Those are the people that can confidently, when you go to the airport, you see some people, some persons just having one small iPad. They are tech boys. They are tech people. I have a coach. The other day, she was just sharing a few things. A lady, my coach is a young girl, 32 years. So many of us here that think, who is sport to be teaching me? You have to change your mindset. Please don't underrate me, because my coach, I would pass my coach so it's not has nothing to do with age. So yeah, you have to, while freelancing, it gives you financial freedom. I've begging, gone from surviving to financial freedom. I can categorically say this. I can categorically say this. Yes, I can categorically say this, from financial freedom. For those that actually know me, that's on this platform, yes, would say, Paul, you're not live for this one. You understand? We're not there yet, but at least we're not where we used to be. Okay. Then the next is independence and autonomy. As you can see on the picture there, if you have financial freedom, you are independent. You understand? You can do what you want because you have the resources, you have the ability, you have the capacity. And this is another sweet part. It's flexibility. With freelancing, I have a work balance and life. They should have added family. I sit, in fact, even some of the oil boys should be, I think they should be envying, they are envying freelancers. Why? Because you spend hours, spend time, 2 weeks in the rig, doing rigorous work, as the name implies, in the rig, doing rigorous work. It's not like we sitting down in the house, we are not working. But let me tell you the truth. The difference is, if I'm going to sit down jobless, I'm going to be sitting down, relaxing. As I'm working, I am sitting down, relaxing. That's what makes it different from, you understand, as a freelancer, you are relaxed, so it gives you work, balance, and life. Okay. So if you have not thought of becoming a freelancer before, just think of the number of the running etasketa on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis. You understand? And start planning towards becoming one. Then also job security as a freelancer, you're not scared of being sacked because there are lots of job opportunity. Yes, get it clear. Remote jobs, because you're not seeing each other, there is no contract, there's nothing binding you. You can wake up on a Sunday morning, or rather on a Monday morning, and the job you're doing as at the previous week is telling you, sorry, I do not have enough budget, to continue. You smile and go for the next job. If you can see what I shared earlier on, for those of us that joined late, let me reshare it again. You see the number of jobs that I have here that I did last week, you know, there is no way all of them will tell me they are not interested next week. I did 60 hours. If you can see, this is 35 hours. I did not touch this time. I did not touch this time. In case you are still saying, I beg this is my name here. These are the number of jobs. 35 hours, 0 of 35 hours. This is 11 of 40 hours was what I did. This is 20 of 20 hours. This is 20 of 20 hours. This is 7 of 7 hours. All put together is over 60, is around 60 hours. And some of these jobs are $15 per hour. The list here is $10 per hour. So there is job security. And as I speak to you, I have 2 or 3 other interviews that I'm having this same week. So I'm still taking more jobs. Before you tell me you do not have you do not have budget, I should be the one telling you, sorry, I'm not available to continue this project. There's an emergency that came, higher pay or better job security. So with freelancing, you can switch jobs. Nobody's going to tell you blah, 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 or hold you, because if they want to fire you, they are not going to give you an excuse. And this is another sweet part for those of us in Nigeria, low overhead cost. You know, I see our corporate people those days, the mentality is, man, this guy is looking good. While I was much younger coming up, I wanted to be a banker because I liked the suit, I liked their corporate outfit. But I bet you, do you know how much these guys are spending on their outfits? You know, to look good, not to look like a pauper, not to look as if they are the worst person there. They spend a lot. Let's even talk of maintenance, washing your clothes, dry cleaning it on a weekly basis. You just to impress who? You must change your mindset. You must, if there's any decision you need to make is to become a freelancer. I beg you, is to become a freelancer, because each time I see people dressed like this, that's one of the reasons I'm doing this video. I feel my heart just bleed. How much this company will they pay this person? Nah. You know, go to Aba Road for those, I mean, Port Harcourt, those you understand. So go to Aba Road in the evening, see the number of people waiting for bus, chasing what, if in the morning, people chasing what they did not lose. But, you know, just sit down in your house. Most times, in fact, it's because of you people that I want to meet with you people that I went to wear this corporate shirt. For those of us that actually know me in person, they will tell you I wear joggers, t-shirts, casual. There are many people that don't even believe that this thing can come out from this guy, because when is the time to dress now? Just quickly, smartly rush to the church, drop my children off, and back to my system. You know, why should I dress expensively? But you know, but with freelancing, all of this overhead cost of the luxury of sewing, looking good, fuel your car, transportation to the office, all you need in freelancing is just have a stable internet, have your computer, you know, a quiet place, depends on the nature of your job. Okay. Then freelancing gives you the opportunity to network. I've worked with a couple of companies and I've worked with a couple very colleagues. Please, if kindly mute yourself, please. I think I'm hearing some background sound. It gives you the opportunity to network. I have a friend in North Macedonia. Recently, he posted a job on LinkedIn, and I wasn't interested in the job. The payment wasn't good, but I think it was an opportunity for me to give to someone as well. And I quickly chatted him like, "Hi, Mahmoud. I saw your job post, and I have a friend, a colleague that I have someone I would like to recommend to you. You know, if not for freelancing, where will I see how would I know Mahmoud to tell Mahmoud that I have a job, I have someone that I want to recommend for you, you know?" So freelancing gives you the opportunity. I have a Google account, a Google Voice number, you know, that enables me call internet, enables me call the US. You know, it was a colleague that I worked with. This is it. Oh, sorry, for disclaimer. I said, "Hi, Mahmoud. Hi, Mahmoud. I saw your job post. One of my colleagues is very much interested and has submitted his application." So I was able to do this because I have established a relationship with Mahmoud. This is Mahmoud. He's from North Macedonia. So it's not like it's in Nigeria. You understand? It's in the United States. It's because of that networking, the relationship that we've built, you know. So with freelancing, my coach she has colleague in Brazil. Recently, she posted a picture of that team bonding in that she went to in Brazil, you know. So with freelancing, in fact, recently I was discussing with a client, you know, that if he can send me a sponsorship job, you know, it's because freelancing has given us the opportunity. The only thing that limited us is the business do not have the kind of revenue. It's a startup, it's a small business that has not really done much in revenue. So it does not have the capacity to sponsor someone. That was just the limitation. But so with freelancing has a lot, there are a lot of things why you should consider freelancing. So now, after all this being said and done, why freelancing? What is in it for me? Is you understand? Now, I want to get started. How do I get started? To get started, you need to do your self-assessment, skills development. You need to now ask yourself, okay, what have I been doing? Or in all of this that Paul has been saying, how do I come in? Where do I fit in? Someone asks you to start AI companion, deny all. So self-assessment and skills development, this is essential for success as a freelancer. It helps you build a foundation for expertise, confidence, and credibility. This is what empowers freelancers to better understand their unique value, which will also help them position themselves strategically and improve over time. This foundation is not only to boost marketability, but it's also to help freelancers deliver quality work and deliver long-term client relationship. Okay, now I'm going to go dive into it a little. Now, to do your self-assessment, after understanding, wow, man, so if I become, I'm interested to become a freelancer. I would like to start earning in dollars. I would like to start working from the comfort of my home. I would like to start getting opportunity to network with others. I need to cut down my low overhead costs. But how do I get started? Now, first of all, is you need to identify your strength and weakness. The first time I joined this freelance training, there were lots of things that were flying on the air, like CRM tools, blah, 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 this, that, that, that. The first thing that came to my mind is I have been doing sales for a couple of times. I need to narrow and niche in sales. So as I'm talking right now, you need to identify your strengths. Where is that area that I am very good at? Also, as you're identifying it, look at the area where you are weak. Also, as you are doing that, look at the areas where there are opportunities and also look for threat. In doing this, we call this SWOT analysis. So you're going to have a SWOT analysis. This can help you gain insight into how your skills align with freelance work demands. Reflecting on past projects can also provide clarity or where you excel. I'm going to give you a small example of what you need to do here now. Let's say, for instance, you have been teaching as weird or, now you can type in that chat GPT that I'm a teacher. You have to be very explanatory for chat GPT to help you. It's an AI. I'm a teacher. I'm good at A, B, C, meaning you are listing the area of subjects that you're good at. And I want to become a freelancer. I want to take to freelancing remote job. Can you give me a SWOT analysis? It's going to show you, based in case you do not know, it's going to likely share with you or you want to know where it's going to be a better fit for you too. This is just I'm just digressing, how you'll be able to use AI or ChatGPT to be able to define or look for an opportunity or job offer for yourself as a teacher, okay? So you have to do this. But basically, in doing your self-assessment, you need to identify your strengths, identify your weakness, and also opportunities versus threats. Okay. Then also do a market alignment. You need to compare your skills with the needs in your desired market. For example, freelancing in digital marketing, you want to become a digital marketer, you must have SEO or required for you to have SEO skills or become a social media or have analytical skills. Why for a graphic designer, you may need proficiency in Adobe Illustrator or Figma. Then for a salesperson, you should be ready to talk. You should be able to you must be ready to convince people, sorry, let me type that. Okay, so yeah, you must compare your skills versus what is needed in your desired market. Then another area you need to consider while doing your self-assessment is portfolio review. This is a very key area in this freelancing, your portfolio and profile, which is going to be the last topic of today, you understand, is the key area. This is what sets you aside. A strong portfolio showcases your skills to clients. As part of self-assessment, you must ensure that your portfolio is updated with relevant work and reflects your capabilities and the types of projects that you aim to attract. Now, let me quickly share my portfolio with you guys. I've told a couple of persons, portfolio says what you have done. Your CV says what you can do. So what makes clients hire you easy or fast, hire you fast, easier, or go through the recruitment process and you're selected easily is your portfolio. Let's say, for instance, someone is, let's say, for instance, you're a graphic designer, you're a graphic designer, you have made mention of plenty of, or you're a website developer, you understand, and you have said a lot of things about what you have done, as in your profile overview. Okay, this is the profile. Look at what I said here. Like my profile says, I'm a sales development manager, a B2B lead a B2B lead gen, and a high ticket closer. So now you see, if you need 30 plus meetings with decision makers, let me make it happen. Hi, I'm Paul, a result-driven sales consultant, blah, 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 blah. Look at all the things. Now, in my portfolio, you see I offer the following services. Then also why you should choose me. Also, my skills and my strength. Also, my key achievements. I have helped the clients. I've grew clients' revenue from 3 million to 6 million in 12 months. I've launched and scaled a business from $0 to $1 million a year. I have drove 1,000 cybersecurity package sign up in 30 days, booked 100 qualified meetings in 1 month for a new SaaS launch. I've led the telecom sales team to 1 million subscribers under 6 months and all of that. So now, all these are talks. Now, look at my portfolio. Okay, as you can see, this is business development manager for a bookkeeping company, business development expert for a SaaS company, sales consultant for a Salesforce agency. And you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think there is someone here in front also. So for those of us that have already, because many of us are already having an idea of what this is all about, you have an Upwork account already. For a client to hire you, you need to have proof. Now the question is, well, I've not worked before, but you say you can do it, so you need to create a portfolio of what that makes it look like you have done it, or you need to start creating because the most difficult portfolio to create is for sales jobs, because we are saying portfolio shows what you have done, while CV says what you can do. But portfolio for graphics designers is not hard. It's for you to just do a website, do one graphics, that you do a painting or a task that you have done, even if it's personal and all of that, you attach it to your wall. But for salesperson, I'll give you a secret. You can ask ChatGPT or YouTube to share videos of how to create a portfolio as a salesperson. Okay, that's a secret. That's a tip. Okay. Let me go to the next one. So now skills development. Please, someone please, there's someone that is unmuted. Please mute yourself. Then skills development. You need to focus on in-demand skills. What we mean by in-demand is what is going to sell. You don't just, in the name of like I see most people, it's permission. I'm very sorry to say this, people want to just go to university because everyone is gaining admission. I don't know permission. Forgive me if you're under that category. I don't know what someone says is going to read in university. You say you are reading social studies, you are reading religious. So, the same way. Let me just have these skills. Is the skills does it have a demand? You understand? You need to actually, if you're starting this journey for the first time, you need to ask ChatGPT, you need to ask Google, what are the selling job opportunity as a freelancer? So go and when they list it, look at the one that matches you, that fits what you're doing, and look at the skills that is required. So, and if you do not have it, start chasing the skills. So in-demand skills. So identify high demand skills within your niche. For instance, if you are in a tech, skills like coding or cybersecurity are valuable, whereas freelance writers might focus on SEO writing and content writing. The same way for sales, we need to understand the basic terminologies, how to be able to sell, how to build rapport, so those are some of the skills you have to understand. And also continuous learning. You must regularly update your knowledge. This is vital. Platforms like Coursera, Udemy, LinkedIn Learning offer affordable courses on a variety of subjects. Joining webinars also will help you. Then reading industry blogs and following thought leaders also, help you stay current with industry trend. For those of us that has this luxury of time, for you to be able to shift from this your luxury of time playing on social media, I want to advise you. This is the best time. Connect with professionals, thought minds on LinkedIn. For instance, if you're a salesperson, you just start connecting. LinkedIn is different from Facebook and all other platform where you don't send a friend request to someone you don't know. But LinkedIn, you send a connection invite to someone you don't know because